Hi, this is Buzz with the follow-up video demonstration of the vintage Jensen P10Qs that I repaired. They're on the bottom. This is the 56, this is the 57. See the previous videos about the details about how I repaired the cones that had ripped just from playing at a low volume. I guess the paper. So what you're hearing right there is just the top two speakers that were in this amp when I got it. There was a quad of those. Nobody knows who made them. They're Alnico, that's for sure. I guess they're trying to copy a Jensen P10R based on the size of the voice coil and the... See the other video where I actually show the cone. I think they sound really good. So now I'm going to unhook the top two speakers carefully. You don't want to jerk these out. A couple of days ago I ordered a Weber Mass 100 and the wire harness. It's on the way, which would make doing this a lot easier. So there's one of the vintage Jensens on the bottom, and here's the 56 on the bottom. See how they just sound sweeter? So to me, there's nothing that sounds like a vintage Jensen except for a vintage Jensen. I've tried about all of them. They just have that certain bell-like tone. And now I'm going to hook up all four speakers. And I believe when you're mismatching impedance, you're also changing the tone. And if I had the attenuator here, I would just have the switch there, which would allow me to just switch to whatever impedance I'm running. So this is all four. Wish I had two more of these. Bit of info about what you've been hearing is one of the replicas that I made. This is 90516 and it's on Craigslist Detroit Metro. And a little about the amp. This is the amp that I got off of Craigslist a couple of months ago from a guy in Ohio. It's about a 90-mile drive. He described it as sounding huge, and he's had a lot of other Tweed Bassmans, and he says this is by far the best. It was made by an engineer in Pennsylvania about 18 years ago. I did find a website for Bud's amp. Phone number doesn't answer, and they don't take email. Get a look at the front. He even had his own badge put on there, and solid pine finger jointed Tweed and hand wired. Every single capacitor has his custom made labels put on there. Bud's amp approved. He had somebody's Tweed Bassman in his shop, and he wanted to take measurements of everything, and I looked at the transformers. One is a Weber, the other is a Fender, and I wrote down the numbers to them in case I wanted to research later. I think it's the output transformer, that's the Weber, and so I can't wait till this attenuator gets here, because I wouldn't want to max out this amp. I know it would sound mushy and muddy doing it like that, but you want it to sound clean until you really pick hard and it kind of breaks up some. That has to do with the kind of speakers you're using in there. I had a set of Mojo Tone MP10Rs that did break up earlier. I had a Bassman LTD that I sold about a month ago. Tried them out in that, and yeah, dramatically had a lower breakup threshold, so these would have a high, and I really like the sound of these vintage Jensens. If I can, I'm going to buy more, even if I have to repair them. Hopefully they weren't reconed. I don't think any speaker that you recone is going to be the same unless they actually have a accurate cone. And let me put in a quick plug for Brookwood leather. This is the handle that came on the amp, and it was coming apart, so I googled a little bit and looked for a leather handle, and I bought these from Brookwood Leather. Bob Schnell hand makes each one at a time, and he didn't look at my picture. He thought I was referring to a Tweed Bassman, and he sent this one first, and then I explained no. And he goes, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't look at your picture, which had a ruler under it, and he didn't even ask for this one back. And then he sent the replacement out. Within days, I got the right size one, which is 8.5 inches wide, and it's really easy. I just used the existing feet. I think shipping and all, it was under 40 bucks. This is the Alpha Dog model. He has a couple other styles, but for a heavy amp you need the Alpha Dog. And this is brown, natural stitching, dark sides. And so that about ends it for this video. When the Weber attenuator gets here, then I'll do another video. Thanks for watching.